and we try to crop them in. We try to get them in on our system, and it didn't work out. But we still gonna get this thing out. Welcome, people. This is the sports show. I'm Uncle Milk. Joe's in the background, and we gonna make this happen today. We got a lot of sports news coming in at the last minute. I was off the air for a minute and decided to do a show and to make some other stuff out because we're working on our live stream, and it's very important to us that we want to bring you youth sports games in New York City, and we're happy with that. But we're going to talk about, first of all, before we talk about this, I want everybody to reach me. You know what I'm saying? We got a lot. We have the Zoom. We can send you over the Zoom link, and you can get in. This email. I mean, Joe, we got the type in on the strolling text on the side. Do we have that on YouTube? Yeah, no, for the YouTube. No, I'm talking about can they type in the comments? Yeah, all right. So will you understand when you type in your comments right there, type in your email address, and we'll send you the Zoom link if you want to comment on what we talking about. That. Other than that, our number is 718-313-4826. That's 718-313-4826. And I'm going to say this periodically. Things ain't working for us today, but we still going to get it out. A lot of news, a lot of youth sports news in New York City, and we're going to get everything out today. They call me at the last minute. Can you say this? Can you do this? They sent a telling video that I wanted to play, and we couldn't get it out. So I got I'm feeling a kind of way, but I'm still going to try to make it happen. New York City, this weekend was a dynamic game. And New York City, you want to shout out to the upstate brethrens and youth football, RNG. They came all the way down here from Rochester to 10U. I met his dynamic coach from 10U, 13U, and 11U, right? And it was a dynamic week at the field in Cypress, in Cypress Park. It was very, very entertaining and everything. But we're going to get into it, what happened today. We starting off with that 10U that, they came down, they played Brooklyn Saints, Coach Angels 10U, and it wasn't really a contest. It looks like, RNG may have to work on the offense a little bit. Their defense was solid, and then, the score was, what it is, 28-6, and it was like, it's what it is. Maybe it was their first game. I don't know. Someone called in. Let us know if the coach called in. Remember, the number 718-313-4826. That's 718-313-4826. Tell me, what was going on. I felt the offense, it looks like they was playing their first game. So, hey, it's what it was. But just like I said, we just got to call that fast. Actually, this is a wrong call. Yeah. This is the wrong call. This is a customer's call. Listen, so
You got called quick and nope.
huh?
You got called very quick
I
in this
can't
joint.
answer that phone right now. It's not like it's a sports call. The thing is, just like I said, the offense of RNG 10U, it looks like they were just, putting it together, and it wasn't looking there. But Angels 10U is on a crusade. He wants to, and they look like they might be until I see a couple of pieces. I might say they might be the best 10U in the city. Let's see what happens, man. The season is long. It's long from where it's September where it's important. But he's looking good. His team looking good, and they was all cylinders. The next game was RNG and Staten Island Hurricanes 13U. They got a couple of little pieces from it looks like the same folks but in different uniforms and helmets, and they came together, and I was told that was their first game, and it was a very close game, but RNG pulled it out. RNG pulled it out. It was 14-13 and a 1-point victory for RNG. And that was, they looked very good, man. They was airing it out, putting it up in the air, and maybe it was a little bit too much, for the Staten Island Hurricanes 13U with their new pieces, and they told me that, they got more work to be done, and let's see what happens, because the season, just like I said, the season starts in September, and that's when it's important, And then the next game was supposed to be, and it was working up to be the best game of the day. But a lot of things happened, and I had film on it. That I wanted to share, and it's on Facebook. There's another film that we're gonna put up after the show. That's on Facebook. That's very critical, and I want to talk about what happened. But the first thing I want to say is that New York City got to look at this kid called Legacy, and they love Legacy. We had prominent coaches there. We had football people there, real youth football fans, and people that's doing real things in youth football, and they was all talking about this kid called Legacy, and that's his real name. And the kid started off with 2 quick touchdowns in the first quarter, and I got to look at this kid first in Syracuse last year in King of New York, in Syracuse, and the kid put on a performance there, and it was in a championship game, which it was Flower City at the time, and the Brooklyn Chief 10U, and it was a game that came down to the last minutes, and Flower City overcame that. But let me dabble in, and let me say this before I start. I put out the message to Coach Diddy and his and Legacy moms, Miss Taylor. I wanted them on the show real bad so I can explain to them and I can, detail out to them on what went wrong. And this is a big thing in youth sports right now on what goes wrong between parents and the kids. You know what I'm saying? The parents, they see it one way, they more emotional towards the kid, and the coach has to think about not just this kid, but the whole team overall, and he has to coach him. And what happened was when the parent energy, the mom energy gets in the way of coaching. You know what I'm saying? And it puts the head coach in a situation that he has to defend the mama's energy. And we're not blaming. The thing is that no one's blaming the mama or the parent energy, but it doesn't fit in the setting of coaching youth football. Doesn't fit at all. It doesn't fit at all because I understand with Miss Taylor. I had a conversation with her last year. She said that she coaches her kid, and I'm like, I'm saying to myself, how does that work? Because she had said some comments on Facebook that she protects her kid. She goes out for her kid only, and that doesn't fit in coaching at all. Because in a football setting, that kid has to be coached up and corrected. And can you do that as a parent? So we're gonna go back to what happened. He came out, he got 2 quick touchdowns, and he got a tackle from behind a saving touchdown tackle, on the 3. They scored late. The Chiefs scored after that. But the kid was on the road of putting up a nice performance. And, no doubt about it. Everybody knew that. You know what I'm saying? But just like I said on Facebook, is that it's time in football, we all know you have to adjust. And the Brooklyn Chiefs adjusted to what Legacy was doing. They adjusted, they played football. And the first play, and this is why I wanted to talk to the coach. I don't know if he's gonna call in or nothing. I wanted to question him about, did you see the first play? And I wish I had the video. It's on. We're gonna put it on our website. We're gonna put it on our Facebook page, NYC Youth Sports Podcast Show, to show you. And I'm gonna explain to you when we get it up. The first play, Legacy was playing safety. He was in the safety position, and I felt he was up too close. It looked like he was in the box, and it was a running play. And I'm sorry Malik couldn't show up today because he has a prom and things like that. But I wish he would show up. I wish he was here to explain the play with him. And he, the play, if you look at the tape, the play was the guard was pulling to the left, so he took out the linebacker. The receiver takes out the corner, and Amari shoots up and blocked the safety. The reason why he got Legacy, because he was up too far. He should have been 4 yards back from where he was, and he got caught up and it was a clean block. He had got a call. Mari got a call because it was a taunting call, and that's it. And everybody emotion is up right now. Everybody emotion is up. So they tack on the penalty, and they took back the yards. And here we go again. The same play to the sideline. Now they're gonna adjust. They're gonna adjust to what, and just like I said, the Brooklyn Chiefs was on offense, and they're gonna adjust. They're gonna block. And I don't understand why no coach caught this. I understand why the mother didn't see it, because her energy is different. Her energy is like they targeting my kid. I don't even know if she knows what targeting is. It's a different meaning down here because we follow high school rules. So it's a different meaning in targeting. When you target a player, you intentionally you're attacking them from a shoulder up, and that's the head. If you're intentionally targeting somebody, but it wasn't a target play, and the call wasn't targeting at all. The call was a good block. It was a taunting block, and the video is out on Facebook, and you saw it. No one corrected it. So this energy that I'm talking about is handcuffing certain coaches in youth football to coach kids, because the kids are good, and now the parents come with their energy. So now you're afraid to correct, you're afraid to coach. And it handcuffs you. So when she runs out there or say something, you hear her saying something, and now you got to say something, and it was crazy. They went out there, and I talked to Coach, I talked to Coach Diddy after they left, and it was chaos, and I understand. That's another thing too. Before I get into what Coach Diddy said, but it's another thing too, that the referees is handcuffed too. The referees is not allowed to call it. They stood on the sideline while they was talking little up to 10 minutes. And Coach Malik and Coach Diddy is in a back and forth with the mother there too. And that was crazy. That how, that's on film. And the referees was there, but they didn't step in because they handcuffed, because nobody is to protect them. So we want these games. We want to have these games. We want our upstate brethren to come down and feel safe to play a fair game. And we want to go upstate to play our upstate brothers too. Because I was up there with King of New York to Syracuse. I loved it up there. Yeah, the hospitality up there was great. So, but we got to figure out how we're going to make these games safe, and the coaches and the teams accountable for what they do, because it was no way that should have went on any further. I talked to Coach Diddy on the phone after they left. I asked him what happened. He told me, you know what I'm saying? He told me that, something, they did it last year. I'm like, I don't, they did it last year. What are you talking about? They targeted. I said, well, if you felt that legacy was in jeopardy, did you talk to the referees? And he said, I don't protest the referees. I said, well, that's kind of like how they supposed to protect, come on. How we know what you doing is valid? If you knew something was going to happen, and you saying they did it last year, and you knew it, why didn't you say anything to the ref? Like, yo, ref, listen, this is my player here, and then last year was a little salty. It was a little extra activity. Can you make sure that is safe? Make sure that is fair. Because that was a clean block. Even the block on the second play after the playoff, after the penalty, was clean. It was no targeting or anything. They're gonna block the safety, period. And in my opinion, if you had the safety back, back 4 yards to where he was, there's no way. There was no way that he could have got blocked. Period. No way he would have got blocked if some coach would have saw that and corrected it. But he was almost in the box, and the way the play going out, he's going to be touched. He slid over and he got caught watching. So I don't know what kind of defense they run, but normally when you the safety, you're in a certain position, and I realize how he get the chase plays down because he playing too far up. So that was coaching right there. That was coaching. The Brooklyn Chiefs saw the weakness and they attacked it, and you have to adjust. You can't grab his hand and take him off the field. You have to, where you want him to go in this football path, you're going to have to unleash. You're going to have to stop holding his hands and allow coaches to coach him, because he has the talent. But he has to be coached. He's still learning. So with that said, I'm gonna get I wish they was on tonight, and I would have let them have the mic and talk about how they vision of it. But you know how people is, they like to say something and run away. They don't like to stay, they don't like to stand up and make their point. And if your point is right, you should be able to sit here and debate with me about right. That's it. Last year we was there, and she told me, when I talked to her, she told me about the back injury. But I was there at the last game, and they didn't pull him off like in a stretcher, and he wasn't hurt like he was. No, none of that. The kid, be honest with you, I'm not, Miss Taylor, I'm not saying that he wasn't hurt, but let me tell you this. I was there. He played about 3 games in 2 days, and he played every minute of the game on both sides of the ball. The kid had about 9 touchdowns and tackles, and the interception that lost the game in the last game, on the championship game with the Chiefs. It was an interception that he took back for a touchdown. So, he played a lot, and maybe that hurt his back. That's a possibility, you know. But people want to say things, and they don't want to stand up to debate. I'm saying he played. He played 3 games in 2 days. That's a lot of football. That's a lot of football. And the one thing, the Flower City coaches, they did not complain. They finished the game. They finished the game. They did not complain. And then I saw the tape. I was there on the field. Those plays was clean. It was no way that you leaving. And when you left, you created a forfeit, and then you try to get a moral victory on a social media, and that's how it went. And I'm here. My line, my telephone, coach, my telephone is open. And if you got another vision of it, I like to hear that. I like to hear that. I'm not going to get into it. I'm not going to get into it with our little back and forth on the text about, your idle threat and all that. You didn't have to go there, but people feels when they say things, when they say comments, and they put it out there, they don't want to be, they don't want to be talked about or anything. But just like I said, I'm gonna go to a commercial break. I'm gonna go to a commercial break, and we're gonna come back, and we're gonna see. We're gonna wait for their call. We got another topic that just came in that we're gonna talk about, and like I said, let's go to the commercial break.
To create a perfect student athlete, you must enhance these attributes: mind, body, and soul. In other words, education, fitness, and nutrition must be a part of your life. And it starts right here at the New York City Youth Sports Initiative.
Here's 5 ways to support NYC Youth Sports Podcast Show. 1. Push the subscribe button, like it, and leave a comment. 2. Donation. What you can. It will be appreciated. 3. Promote what you're doing or your kid's achievement in youth sports with our $10 on-the-screen ad spot. $10 per show or $30 a month. 4. Share this podcast show with others on social media. 5. Buy our show's apparel on Amazon.com. Thank you for your participation.
What's going on in sports in New York State, cities, and counties? Place your sports events and games on NY4NY Facebook group page. Advertise what's going on, what you're doing, and tell us where to go. That's NY4NY Facebook group. And remember to only post New York State events. This message is brought to you by New York for New York Youth Sports Organization.
We back. Excuse our delay because we not in our studio setting. Joe is in another place. I'm in another place, so we got a little delay and things like that. We not really set up ready with our whole equipment and everything and things like that. But I wanted to mention this, just like I'm gonna keep saying it. I got an open platform. My platform is open. I don't run for anything, any comment I say, anything I say, I don't run from it. I don't run, I don't hide. My telephone lines are open. My Facebook is always open, page is open, messages always open. And, people that know me personally in this youth sports thing, they can call me up on anything. I stand behind what I say, that's it. I'm asking them to call in. And if you don't call in, you don't eat, if you don't Zoom in, please don't go to Facebook with no BS. Please. Please. Because I'm giving you the opportunity to tell your story.
Milk, I don't want to cut you off, but I'm going to let you know real quick. Chris Giles, preach. He telling you preach. I got the whole 11-minute video of them quitting from their own sideline. And showing number 2 was just standing.
We wanted to play that video. No, seriously, we wanted to play that video, but we're gonna queue it up and we're gonna put it on our Facebook page, NYC Youth Sports Podcast. That's coming on, if not tonight, tomorrow. We wanted to do it, but our time limit and things like that wasn't allow us to do it now. They quit. Honestly, they quit, and I don't want to tell. Listen, I don't want to say anything about this coach. I don't want to say anything, but that was not a professional move that he did. That was a lame move. I'm not saying he's lame, but that was a lame move. Some people use another word. I'm not going to use it because this is a kid thing, but that was not professional at all. And this is what we're saying. We got coaches like that in youth sports, and youth sport, especially football, that these parents come with these kids and they allowing one kid to control their whole, and they just forget about coaching because they can't take the parent energy. Now the kid is talented, no doubt about it. Kid is talented, but you don't need your mom on the sideline. Miss Taylor, I gotta tell you, man, he's a young man going to be a man. In this sport, and what we teach in football is how boys to be men, and we don't need that energy on the sideline. That's it.
Thanks.
That's it. End of story. That energy is not seducer to what coaches do in youth football. Period. He allowed the coach did a lame move that he forgot about the other. I think he brought about 25 kids, 25 kids, and he said everybody gonna go. He didn't talk to the parents. He didn't talk to the other teammates, and it wasn't his decision to make. It was the players' decision to make. It was the players. So he allowed this parent energy to make him make a decision, and we got film on it. We have film on it, and we love this kid legacy. Everybody was talking to this kid. Everybody was talking about the kid. If the game was gonna finish, you would have found all the coaches would have came up talking to this kid. That's how special this kid is. But that kid gotta be coached. He made a mistake. You don't grab his hand and take him out the field. You corrected him. Legacy, you gotta, you're too far up. You got caught up in the what? You got caught watching. If Legacy was 4 yards back to where he was, he wouldn't have got caught watching. He wouldn't have got caught watching. He would have made that tackle at point of contact, but it was gone already.
Quick comment, Milk. Quick comment. Worst thing I ever seen in football. As a safety, you are the last line of defense, and we made the adjustments, and they synced it.
That's the thing. Just like I said, football's adjustments. And Coach know that. Coach Diddy, you should know that. And if you don't know that, I don't know. You might be losing some kids after this.
Coach TJ said, the kids wanted to play. Milk. Coach TJ said the kids wanted to play. That's the crazy part.
Yeah, I think the kids wanted to play. Of course the kids wanted to play. I'm reading the comments. Joe's reading the comments to me in my ear, and I'm answering them.
Nah, but they hear me though. I read it out loud. They hear me.
I didn't know they hear you, Joe.
I made sure they hit the comments.
Yeah, call up, call up 347-77-347. I mean, what the hell I'm talking about? I'm giving the old number, Joe. 718-313-4826. That's my private line. 718-313-4826. Uncle Mill still got issues with these telephones. My phone line on the screen that's the number, but I don't have the telephone. That's the number, so that's the thing, man. We can't allow that energy, man. I mean, parents, we understand you're passionate, but you gotta allow the coaches to coach. And those parents that go from one team to another team because the kid is not playing a certain way that they feel like the real coach would say, Mom, Dad, take that kid and hit the road. I got other kids to worry about. I'm a coach. If I can't coach the kid that I see fit because I'm the professional, that's the deal. That's what you got to go through. You allow that energy, and I saw it on tape. She was out there on the field. Ain't nobody corrected the kid. I think the coach said he got the flag. I got to look at that 11-minute video because one coach said something that about no, it's a flag. It's okay. And then the other coach, that's when he ran out there to talk to Malik. This is a new video from their sideline that we got. And that was a lame move. Because I see her come across the camera talking about we out of here. Who is she to say we out of here? Who is that? Y'all talking about one kid. I know if I had a kid on there, I'd be telling coach, yo, I'm out of here with my kid. It seems like you worried about one kid. You could have took the kid out the game for a play and got his head right. And got his head right. He got caught looking. He slid over and he got caught looking and he was too close and he got blocked and that was it. That's all it should have been. It should have been just that. That's it. It's no such thing of targeting a player. The rule is you hit him above his head. If he's on defense, he can't be blocked. That's it. There's no rule against it. And if you don't adjust, when they adjust and you didn't adjust, what you did, you adjust and got out of there. That's what you did. You ran out of there and you probably was in one of the safest parks in New York with safe and fair people. Nothing would have happened to you. Nothing would have happened to you. There was no reason to run out of there like you was afraid of something. Nothing was going to happen to you. Nothing. You was our guest. You was our guest. And we take care of our guests. That's it. Nobody's calling in on that. I know we got a little comments. I wanted the coach to call up because I'm not that type of person. And once I finish with a story, please don't talk to me afterwards. Don't text me. Don't say anything to me. And I'm giving you the opportunity to come up and say you're part of it. I'm not calling you no names. I'm not saying, but you did an unprofessional move right there. And it was lame. And everybody knew it. Huh? Yeah. All right. Listen, we got coming up, we got partners. I ain't going to say partners, but we're working with a new sponsor, and we glad to have them on board. It's D-Mac. We're going to run a couple of videos. We're going to run a couple of commercials for them, and I'm hoping this is a start of a good relationship. Thank you, brother from D-Mac. He gave us a commercial, and we just going to run it right now.
All right, Bill, before we run the commercials, they can hear me real quick. Before we run the commercials, right? This is Producer Joe. Is no way we got 25 people in this room and we got 0 likes on this video. On this video. Y'all gotta like this video, you heard? Y'all gotta like this video. It's 25 people in here, no likes. Y'all gotta like this video, you heard?
Listen to Joker. Joe really don't say too much.
Nah, I don't say too much. I'm getting mad right now.
Don't say hit that damn like button.
Hit the like button, right, man.
Hit that like button and hit that subscribe button too. Come on, man.
All right, cool. And we're gonna go to D-Mac.
Come on, let's go to this D-Mac video and our new live stream that we're trying to work out. We'll be back after the break. We're back. NYC Youth Sports Podcast. We want to thank a little, that little clip from D-Mac. I'm hoping that starts a nice relationship. We do need help here on the podcast. We do commercials. We do, I'm going to put down everything that we need to do to keep this thing going. It's an ad that we show on the screen, the $10 ads. Anybody that's doing anything that's in youth sports, any kind of business, products and services, give us your ad. We put it right there on the screen. We let people know who support us and what we do. We also have our commercials. We have our voice ad. Then we added in our live stream and our live stream service that we go out to film games in a youth sports setting. We're going to film games like we ESPN or Fox Network and all this other stuff with play-by-play and interviews and ad spots and things like that. So this is something we got coming, and we need business community to get with us to take up some ad spots to get this thing going. Youth sports needs this. Youth sports is a platform for it, and this is something that will work, and we should all get together to do it. So just like I said, we got a donation. We sell chocolate. You see, we sell chocolate, and we ignite the best chocolate bar in the city, and I mean the whole country. I think the whole country with a $5 donation, we send you a nice size chocolate bar. The donation goes to us helping kids on this site. You're going to get everything. Everything you get is a write-off, a cash contribution receipt, because we are we're a nonprofit 501c3 company. So whatever, even with the ads, you donate your ads, we are sure appreciate you. We give you a cash a receipt contribution to you giving it to the show so we can give it back to the kids, and things like that. So a lot is happening this week. We just got some call. UTL is making some moves. We just got something from UTL that they're building. They lead back from the things going on in the near future, and Bill Solomon and the Brooklyn Titans have joined the ranks over there in 2022. We still trying to get some details on it. In the future, hopefully in the future we can have Bill on to explain, the move and the details of it. He has a letter out on Facebook. Everybody should read it, very touching, and we understand what he's trying to do. I got some questions. I read it, but I got some questions. So, in the near week or so, I'll be reaching out to Bill to ask him a couple of questions. I understand the chief, the King, I call him King Just, president of the Brooklyn Chiefs, put out a little post too about their joining UTL for 2022, and that's a good day. That's a good day for UTL, and hopefully it's better, more days in the future. And we just gonna kind of get this started. I just got that today, so I don't have all the details, so I can't go into all the details. But I will have next week, definitely. I will have the details about what's going on over there. I just got the call, and I saw the post, and I feel that we should come out with that. We waiting for I don't know if we gonna get them today. I don't know if we're gonna get them today, but I'm getting texts in as we talking, and like that. I got something on my mind I want to get off, but I'm waiting for it to happen.
We got a couple comments though. You want to hear them shit real quick?
Yeah, shoot some.
Football is big on big. They soft, shaking my effing head. That's a fact. Nothing was gonna happen. It's about the kids. So I'm guessing this ain't that was gonna happen. Legacy. It's really about the kids. That was gonna happen.
New York City love Legacy.
Yeah.
Listen, man. I saw this kid in Syracuse. I was surprised. This kid, what I'm saying? Now, I don't want to See, we gotta watch how we talk about kids in sports, because we know for a fact youth sports is like amateur, kind of amateur, like beginning sports, not amateur, but beginning sports. Everybody is not at the same level of development. This kid is developed better than some other kids. So we can't really, we have to watch what we say. That so we got to keep it grounded. Let's be honest. High school starts everything. Now, I always say that. In high school, it starts everything. This kid is going that way. So he's not really tested. Let's be honest with you. The kid is not really tested because he's been playing against competition that's less than him, because that's what that's the level of youth sports, is that they all don't come the same. So this maybe was the first game, and I'm gonna go out on a limb to say this, that maybe was the first game that he was tested. And if that was so, I understand why the mom wanted to get him out of there. I understand why the mom wanted to get him out of there. Because he got tested. I don't know what he would have did after that. I just saw him play a Brooklyn Chief. They didn't really have all the pieces in Syracuse. They had a couple of, other pieces and things like that. And it was a pretty good game. And let's be honest, he ran through them. So he's coming to New York City, and they all had him marked on the calendar. Legacy is coming. So that's a just sentence.
More comments. We teach our kids you block until the whistle. We punish our kids if we catch our kids just standing around not blocking no one. So he saw the safety coming and he made a legal block.
he did got caught standing. No, serious. He got caught watching. Nobody corrected it.
A lot of comments coming in.
Nobody corrected it. And no, serious. I don't want to put this. I don't want to put the kid, discourage the kid. He's got to be coached. I was looking for a real coach on that sideline saying, calm down. Calm down. He got blocked. Next play. Calm down. Legacy, listen, you can't stand it. We play. What is the rule? You play to the whistle and you keep your head on a swivel. You play to the whistle, keep your head on a swivel. And you don't tell him that. If he doesn't understand that, he don't need to be out.
No.
I think the kid was okay. His mama's energy, and coaches know that. His books written, his articles written on the parents' energy. They do not need to be on the sideline, because the kids gravitate to the parents' voice and the parents' energy.
Benjamin Rose said, none of our players are dirty. We don't teach that. We play physical.
Yeah, I mean, it was a clean play, and I like to hear, saying I wish the coach Diddy would have called him, because I like to question him about what he saw. What did you see that you got out of there? You gotta admit, coach, you listen to the mom's voice and you was gone. You figure, oh, I'm gonna lose this kid. I just got him for Flower City, so I'm gonna lose this kid if I don't act accordingly to keep his tail here. I know how you feel.
It says, who's the coach? Is it Legacy's mom? I'm confused because it looked like she was calling the shots.
No, it's Legacy's mom. That's the head coach. That was the head coach. Don't talk to me. Don't let me do this. No. It was Legacy Bonds. I said that coach. No, one coach. I wish I could play that 11-minute tape. Because one coach said, no, they got to fly. It's okay. And the dude just ran out. Dude just went berserk and ran out there. And she ran across the camera. I'm going to put it up. She ran across the camera. Get out of here.
All right, so somebody.
Who's that coach?
Wasn't he on another? Look, Milk. Another question, Milk. Wasn't he on another team last year? He said last year the mother changed teams because she couldn't control what was going to happen with the team, so she changed the teams.
Who's talking?
Charles Taylor.
Listen, we're not gonna just go out in the material. That happens here in New York City. That people switch teams. You gotta stop that. People switch teams because the kid didn't get burnt. Now he's not getting no run. Or he's not playing the position we think. And we listening to these parents, and they have no clue on how football works at all. No clue. And they handcuff these coaches. They handcuff them because they don't want to lose the kid. And I'm like looking at them like, come on. I got a saying that I got from a coach, right? and I got this from a professional coach, and I caught this online. And I like to repeat things. I love it when coaches resist the responsibility to coach. I love it to hear from coaches resisting the responsibility to coach. And that's what Coach Diddy did. He didn't coach that team. And he needs to apologize to not only Legacy as a player, his other players and other coaches. He needs to apologize. I dropped the ball, man. I allowed that emotion and I dropped the ball. That's it. He needs to do that. Yeah, and that's it. I'm waiting. I'm waiting for Coach J, man. I'm waiting for him to come. He's coming with some news about. We wanted to talk about some things that's happening over there at the Hurricanes, but I don't know. We'll be able to get to it maybe next week. But just like I said, man, UTL is making some moves. It looked like the band getting themselves back together. We wish them. We're gonna get into it, and once we get the whole story, it looks like it's a brighter day over there, and they're doing things, and that's great. But that's good. We need balance in youth football in New York City, and hopefully, it's some balance, and that's it. We got some other things coming up in the making. Certain different interviews that we got coming up. Once we get our, the season get close, and we got, some things. I was supposed to have a basketball tournament, gentleman coming up earlier, but he's very, very busy because his tournament Saturday is Hoops by the River. Is a tournament out in Manhattan, uptown. If you can search online, it's called Hoops by the River. It's going to be some prominent teams in it, prominent kids. I'll be out there Saturday covering it. More footage I will have more footage on about it next week. And we're in our the reason why we haven't been online because we're taking care of our live stream. We very pleased where we at right now about our live stream. It's a whole lot of work that we have to put in with equipment and things stuff that I got to link up with video and things like that. And we're trying to do it with advertisement, funded by advertisement. So we're trying to build up our advertisement base. We're gonna come out with a yearly schedule that we're going to live stream every week somewhere. It could be basketball, flag football, track. It could be, it's going to be in the season, it's going to be tackle football. And we're gonna be doing a live stream every week, and it's gonna be funded by commercials. And those who can't afford the expensive sites with their commercial, they can give it to us. We're not only taking it on our show, we are bringing it live to the park. We're bringing it live to the event, the game, and and those like call us up for our ad prices and also our live stream prices and our show prices. We're gonna be funded and by advertisement and donations and and anything we can do. We got apparels on our shirts coming in and things like that. But we're gonna fund this through advertisement. Anybody that has any business, any products, any services, anything on a certain level can do business with us, especially when it's got something to do with sports. They can do business with us. If you can afford the bigger sites with the zillion views, then you deal with them. But if you want to start off something on the ground floor with us, get at Uncle Milk. We can fit you in. We can fit you in and fit you up with a nice advertising package that we get your word out and we get your product out and your services out and things like that. And things like that. So we touched on UTL and Sam Jackson. Jay supposed to come on. I don't know what happened to him. But Sam Jackson, Tiny Mike, Junior Mike championship is this week at Canarsi's. Those who's in the area this week, show the babies love. Show the babies love and come out to support youth football at its finest. With starting off with the ground. These are the seeds. This is the seeds of youth football. Come out and support them. It's at Canarsie. I don't know if it's going to be a gate, but whatever it is, come support it. Come support it and get some of that fish they got out there. I don't know what time. I got to check with Tom because I'm going to be in Manhattan. But if I got time, I'm going to shoot out there and see what's going on with them. I was told UTL 6 and 6, 7, and 8U. I think it's 6U, 8U. That season is going well, and we will be hearing from them soon about their playoffs and Super Bowl for their summer season. Everything is about the fall with us at NYC Youth Sports. Fall football is the king. Everybody, getting ready to lace it up in a few months. We're going into July, and that's when it starts getting real for youth sports. The pads is coming on, and the scrimmages and the games is all getting ready for fall. We're going to have Mr. Executive on. We're going to do an exclusive of a Big Apple about their tri-state. Once they pull into some pieces, there's a lot of things Big Apple is coming to talk about their tri-state situation. They got teams in Jersey, New York, and they trying to develop Connecticut. When that comes through, we're gonna get Mr. Executive Tyrone Franklin in for a whole show about what's going on and the questions and phone lines. Get ready. You can ask him anything. He's willing to come and talk about anything. So that's coming up. I had an interesting conversation with the leadership of UTL. It seems like we got a promising future ahead. Things are going to be coming from them. So sooner or later they're going to have to sit down, and we're going to have an open meeting with them about what they're doing locally and things like that. So it's good, man. Youth football in New York gonna be great. You're gonna be great. And then county, Long Island and Westchester County. Shout out to Nate Adams from Metro North. Hopefully we're gonna be doing some games with him, live streaming some games And shout out to them, them what they doing up there in Westchester. Hope his move to the Bronx, he can pick up some teams in there. Hoping that goes good. But like if we can work together and carve out certain lanes, we can do business. We can do business, and everybody can prosper. Well, with that said, I had an interesting conversation. I got to do this alone. Because I got to make it clear. It was a big thing online. Let's go to another commercial. Let's go to another commercial. I'm gonna come back after that. Huh? Yeah, let's go. You lot? Yeah, we back. We back. We almost got caught.
We almost got talking off air about stuff.
Yeah, let's get to some comments, man. RMG was scared, right? There was used to nobody staying with them. And then it got physical, so they took their toys and went up the block.
Well, just like I said, I'm going to clean that up a little bit. The Brooklyn Chiefs adjusted. So
the Brooklyn Chiefs saw weakness and they went at it and they adjusted it. And that's football. And RNG, I wanted to see the adjustments, but just like I said, man, coaches be on some some lame move. That was
a lame move, man.
Mill,
I can't call it no better than that.
Mill, they want to know who's talking.
Who's talking?
Who's that other dude talking?
The guy name on it.
Who know me? They're like, who the fuck is talking? Who's talking in the background?
Let me tell you something. Joe don't think I see him, man. Joe back there. Joe don't talk, man.
This is our producer. When our producer Joe, he don't talk, but I know he having a good time on his terrace over there. I saw the drink. I saw the thing go to his mouth. He having a good time and he talking. That's Joe talking. Y'all know you don't hear nothing from Joe, but Joe is talking. Joe got his cup, and Joe is enjoying himself. That's who's reading the comments, because Joe is controlling it. Joe is controlling from where he at, and I'm in one place, and Joe's in another place, and that's where he at, and we still trying to situate about our new studio and everything, but that's what's going on right now. That's what's going on. That's Joe. Just like the person that left the comment, yeah, I mean, it's about adjustments, and I wanted to talk to the coach to see what we got to start doing. I understand, because I'm a victim of that. I troll Facebook for certain stories and stuff, but what we got to stop doing, right? And this is the next topic that I'm coming up. We got to stop doing this. and learn to accept another view. You got your view, I got my view, but don't run away. This next topic is this young man. This young man, he does tournaments, right? He does his work. He works hard, and he makes it happen by any means necessary. Sometimes the way he does it and how he does it is questionable. A couple of people got bad things to say about him. Me personally, I worked with him closely. I just saw what I saw, and I made my decision, and that was it. We don't really talk no more because of it. But I would do business with him, but he's not controlling the whole thing. Because I'm a type of guy. If your I's is not dotted, your T's is not crossed, I'm not doing business with you. And I watch what you do to others, and I watch what people say about others, and I watch how you move. So if DMX said, trust is very hard, but trust a person to do what he does, and I take that up. You won't be who you is. A liar is gonna be a liar. A cheat gonna be a cheat. A bull crap artist is gonna be a bull crap artist. That's it. The trust of me, he's gonna do it. He may not do it to you now, but best and believe one day he will do it to you. So I'm behind the scenes looking at this man, and I see how he moves. He didn't do nothing to me because I didn't allow it to go that far. But the thing I don't like is that he has a page and he does promotions on Facebook, and he has a page, and he doesn't allow any negative stuff, but he puts out this negative stuff. And what got me upset with the man is that I see that he was leaning towards Coach Diddy and RMG, and I'm like, bro, you was not there. You're not there. You was not there to comment on that, to even question on that. And I'm playing, he's playing. Yeah, he's playing, and Charlie's in. What's up, Charles? You got his vocals on. We waiting for Charles Taylor to come in. Everybody know Charlie Watt. The biggest parent in youth football in New York. Ain't no parent bigger than him. The nicest guy, though. He's the nicest guy. He's approachable. Don't let his size fool you. You can talk to him. Yeah. He trying to get his vocal right. Yeah, I see it's happening on the screen. We waiting for him. But let me finish with this guy. Charles gonna, chime in. You know what I'm saying? And I didn't like that. So I put out one of my second editions. By the way, my first edition to RMG, my first edition to RMG. Please excuse the grammar, no dots and punctuation marks. I have to fire my editor. I never said I was a journalist major or English major. I'm at best, I'm high school educated. That's it. But I have other people around me to make Uncle look good, and this person dropped the ball when I sent it to him to proofread it. He said everything was good, and then I get a call from dots, punctuation marks. I have Charles, you with us?
I'm here.
All right, man. This is the biggest in youth football. High school education. Taylor, what up?
What's going on? How you feeling, Uncle Milk?
What's going on, man? We talk. He got one of the biggest 11-year-olds. It's like him.
12 year old.
Okay, let me get it back. They played for BU and Carlos. I love Carlos, man. I love Carlos. Carlos is a great kid. He got a great soul, and he's a hell of a football player. And just like I said, if you see Charlie Watt, he's the biggest youth football parent that you ever see. And he is a nice person. You go up there and say hello to him. He's the nicest person I know. You know, you say, Charlie, I know you. What up? What's going on, man? What's on your mind today?
Nah, you know me. I'm all for the kids. So I just was at the game on Saturday, and it was just bad. It was bad.
Yeah. You know, what is your comments on it? Because we talk.
Well, you know what I mean. It's like fair is fair. What was fair was the kids was playing a good game. They had a little plan. Legacy was running all over the place. You know, he's a good kid. He's a good football player. They adjusted to Legacy. That was not happening no more. The parents, the coaches, the team was not used to it. They didn't know how to respond to it.
I mean, because we got another video. I'm gonna put it out on my page. It was some coaches saying that, yo, it wasn't nothing. It was nothing. You know, they got a flag. They got a flag. It was right. Let's go. They was ready to play, and you know the coach just went off. The coach went off.
The coach of the mom. The coach of the mom. I don't know who's the coach. I don't know which one is the coach.
Listen, man, they have a head coach, but the mom is in the head of the head coach. You know how it is. You've been in like, you know, that parent got that kid and the parents on the sideline talking. My kid.
Take your kid and put flag football in them.
My kid. The coach can't coach. Coach can't coach when he got that in the hair. And he's a good kid. Damn, I need this kid. Damn,
Anybody who ever coached my kid already knows. Once my son put on a helmet and some pads, he belongs to you.
Can you repeat that?
Anybody who ever coached my kid, and that's Chiefs, coach my kids. Hurricanes, coach my kid. Long Island Renegades, coach my kid. Bulldogs, coach my kid. And whoever had him know my rule. If he's out there on that field, he belongs to you. I mind my business.
Well, your kid got to be coached. I try to tell people, my parents, your energy means well. And I'm sugarcoating it. Someone gets some calls tomorrow. Stop. Your energy means well, but it's not good for youth football.
No, it's horrible.
It's horrible for youth football. It's not going to work. It's not going to work.
I got a question for you.
Yeah.
My question is this. So they saying if there's more than one kid that's assigned to a great kid that's playing, that's targeting, is it?
No. The rules targeting, because we follow our high school rules, right? The rules targeting is that you deliberately go aim for the head. That's what they say. From the shoulders up. You got to deliberately go at them. It's no really rule for blocking somebody clean. You can block them. He's on defense. He's supposed to be blocked.
Okay.
You see on the first play, you see where he was, right? He was in the box. I'm saying he was behind the linebackers. Now, you know you're supposed to be, I don't know their defense, but I'm saying the safety supposed to play, you know, at least 4 yards back from the linebacker, right? Out the box. He was in the box. He was like out. I say inside. He was on the box line. If the box had an imaginary line, that's where he was. He was behind the Mike linebacker. So what happened was, when the play started like the play goes in, it going to the left, it was going to the right. I'm sorry, because I gotta figure out where I'm at on the field. Or the play was going to the right. The guard pulled, got the linebacker, the receiver got the corner, and the other running back just blocked this, and he wasn't supposed to be there. He wasn't supposed to be there. And I'm kind of like, why is he chasing plays from the back? He catching plays from the back because they got him playing up. They kind of got him playing. They got him playing like safety linebacker type of thing. So that's why he's always chasing plays from the back. So he got caught. He slid over and got caught watching, and it was a clean block. And what we teach our players is to block to the whistle and finish it. And that's what he did. He finished it. And the reason why he got a flag because he said something. If we would have just kept going, then
I was on D1 Nation Facebook page, and I was talking to I guess the head of D1 Nation because it says D1 Nation.
Yeah, I was just talking about it, brother. I didn't want to mention his name, but I was just
So I'm not gonna give no one no type of platform on your platform. That's what's gonna be called that. So, anyways, it seemed to me that he has a hidden agenda because he was constantly defending these people and he was not at the game. Whereas I know that you were there and I were there.
Yeah, the thing is this with that young man. I ain't gonna say his name, but everybody knows Ralph Draper from D1 Nation, right? I call Ralph a promoter. I call Ralph a promoter. Ralph is gonna promote his event by any means necessary. So you gotta understand, if you understand when he came on the scenes, and he gravitates around certain situations that's going to benefit him and his program. What I don't like about what he does is that you're talking. It's got to be a line that you can't cross. When you start mixing mistruths, then when someone checks you on it, you shut them out. You know what I'm saying? You can't just say things in the window or in this and he's in a promotion mode. He's in that promotion mode that he says something so he could get us response, so it could be about his tournament. You know what I'm saying? So it's a thin line. What I didn't like what he did was he was commenting on what happened on the field, and he was not there. That's the thin line. Yo, you're not there. So you can't take anybody's side and listen to their propaganda.
I told him that it's like a Jay-Z quote. I told him men lie, women lie, but videotapes don't.
No, it don't. And what I was saying to him is what these people do on Facebook, which I don't like. That's why I said my page is open. I don't deny no one access to me. Charles, you have my telephone number. You had called me on some things, blah, 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 and I explained it to you. I have an open door policy because when you start talking about different events and things happening, you have to be factual. And if you are open, if you have open platform that somebody could come and say, yo, how do you saw that? What are you talking about? How did you get to that conclusion? And then you running away from it, then you become not credible.
I'm online.
You become not credible at all. So I don't know his agenda. I know he dabbles in trying to set the illusion to his tournaments. And that's okay. But he has to understand that he has to be open to all kind of views.
I think as a media personality, even though you're doing tournaments, you have to be like non-biased. And if you're biased to what's going on, like your words are like they're no longer believable, especially to a parent like me. I'm a parent. I'm not a coach. I'm a very involved, very helpful parent whenever needed to be, and I'm very fair. It's not all about my son. It's about fair. If he does something wrong, he gets checked on it. That's the only way he's going to learn.
the thing is, just like I said, he's a promoter, right? And wherever he goes, there's always somebody got a problem with him or something happened or whatever or this, and you hear this stuff in a rumor about certain things, right? So he has that on his resume, right? And the thing is that is no one throwing shade at him, is no one's hating on him, but you gotta be transparent. When you're not transparent, people think that you're a certain kind of way, and that rumor be sticking. So I was kind of annoyed with him that he didn't allow me to say my comment. You know, he didn't allow me to say my comment, and I just took out the second edition on him, and I was 100% right.
So I have a question.
Right, you don't allow access, and if you know access, then you're not credible what you're saying. And if you're not credible what you're saying, you can't sell nothing to nobody.
It was said to me,
so
I refuse to say, I'm not going to say anyone's name, that the D1 Nation tournament is played on an RMG field.
Yeah. I'm assuming, it's up in Rochester. I don't know where it's at. I don't know what field it's at. I don't know exactly. And that's the case. You know, Diddy didn't need no cheerleader. He could have just stayed out of that. Because he has his own problems trying to get teams to go up there and play. He had enough problems. He didn't need to be Coach Diddy's cheerleader.
Coach who?
Diddy, that's his name. Coach Diddy, that's the head coach.
What's Legacy mother name?
No, Miss Taylor. Her name is Taylor.
She's the coach.
She was the coach that day. She was the head coach that day because I got it on film. She said, "We out of here." She pointing her fingers to Linden Boulevard. We out of here to the parking lot. He went there. And he just flipped because one coach said, "I gotta show you the tape." One coach said, "Yo, we got a penalty. It's all right. It's all right. It's right. It's right."
Yeah.
That dude just turned around and ran towards me.
I got the film. I got the film too.
Right?
Yeah, I seen it.
What's going on with these people?
I seen it and I was there. So that's the next thing. Like I was there.
You know, and I was like, oh wow. I didn't see that. Somebody was on the sideline coaching. I mean, taping. And she pointed her finger to the parking lot. We out. So she was the head coach that day. And everybody followed. And that's crazy. That right there is youth football.
Nah, never.
When Charles, what if you was on that team?
I couldn't deal with nothing like that.
If you was on that, you was a parent on that team, right? And this kid, I hate to say it, man, this mom is getting that much energy and that much power.
Like I've been around powerful moms before, so I'm not gonna say that I haven't been around powerful moms, but I've never seen a mom like do that before, and like the coaches like just fold.
Well, I haven't seen a mom control.
Yeah, that's what I meant. That's the word I meant.
No, a game. The game usually finished. And I got a coach call me up and say she was like that with Flower City, but we finished the game.
Yeah.
So she has a track record of getting emotional.
That's cool. She can be emotional.
No, you can, but it's just not good for football. That's what
no. She could be emotional because she's not a coach, but she got to be on the sideline with that.
Charles, she says she's a coach.
Oh,
I call her mom coach. I don't call her coach mom. I call her mom coach. She's a mom first and a coach.
Oh, okay.
No coach corrected it. No one corrected that Legacy was in the wrong position. No one said nothing about that.
Anyone that feels the wrong position, they look like to me because.
Do you know how hard it is to block the safety?
Listen, your assignment is him. That's your assignment. I don't care.
Do you know how hard it is to block the safety? What's the rule? What's the running back rule, right? Coming off the line, that's a block, right? The line got to block off the line. You got to make the linebacker miss, and you better not get caught by the safety.
What's this? Great elite run New York State? Okay. That's what somebody just put up.
Who said that? Call up. No, listen. I want. No. That's what age group? Yeah, I mean that team is good up there, great group. That team is good up there. I wish we see that team come down. And they just got to get their rules together. It's something with the age groups and all that. They need to come to common grounds with that, and come down. I'm not saying New York City runs the whole state. There's some good teams upstate. We just need to play more. I don't know why we going out of state playing other teams that we haven't played each other. There's a lot of football upstate. If we can figure out the travel or whatever, we should travel in-state to play each other. Wow, oh my God, it's 10 o'clock. I didn't want to stay that late. Listen, thanks, Charles, man, coming on. I wish you'd have called up early. Just like I said, with that brother, he just got to understand. He got to understand that it's a thin line between fantasy and real. And I know he's trying to sell fantasy, but you gotta there's rules to it. You gotta be careful with it. You can't mix it with no lies, because lies sticks with you. If your word is not credible and they know that you're lying and you're doing funny things, your tournaments is not going to be respected. So he didn't have to come to Coach Diddy rescue, because Coach Diddy did it himself. There's no way that you get around, because you got film no lie. And just like I say, he could say anything he wanted. He didn't want to come on the show tonight because he didn't want to explain his move. I figured, he'd be man enough and said he made a mistake. And it happens. I'm giving him the benefit of the doubt, but that's what you get, Coach. When you got what they call that, Charles? One pony. What do you call that? One
trick pony. One trick pony.
One trick pony. When you decide to take that one trick pony and try to go somewhere, it happens.
From my understanding, it was something said I'm not sure. It was something said number 2 got to go out the game, and it was said that, well, that's our best defensive player. I'm not saying that what I'm saying is correct. And then I was heard that, well, if our defensive player have to go, your offensive player got to go, which is legacy, and we can still play.
Nobody. I don't know. Nobody.
Hey. They wanted number 2 to go, so I guess he was really the scary one out there, and it wasn't legacy. Shout out to number 2 on the Chiefs.
But I don't know what rules they play up there. What are you talking about? Come on.
Shout out to number 2 on the Chiefs. What's his name? Amari?
What is this?
I think his name is Amari.
Touching the street? What is going on? We playing 2-hand touch in the street?
Listen, Amari's stopping games. He's 11 years old, and he's shutting the games down. Shout out to Amari.
He did. Amari blocked him clean.
It was clean. It was clean. It was nothing illegal. Shout out to the kid who stopped their whole squad. He made them pack it up himself.
Let's not. Come on. No. This is the thing.
It is what it is.
Charlie, come on. We're not going to say anything that Legacy quit.
No, I didn't say Legacy quit. I said Amari made them pack it up. They didn't want to deal with him.
Amari made the moms tell him to pack it up.
Whatever you want to call it, he made them pack it up.
Moms, and this is why we don't need that energy on the sideline. That's toxic energy we don't need. I don't want to say that because women rules youth sports. I don't want no feminists coming to me And I had to tell
You're
him
not
straight
saying
up.
it. You're not saying it, sir. That's me.
You know what I'm saying? Nah, you had no. I'm telling you, this is how I feel. Women have their place, you know, and it's dominated by single women homes, you know, especially in the inner city. You know,
Ooh, I don't know what's going on your news feed, but it's like somebody going at it with grade 8.
Grade 8? Is it?
Yeah, they going at it in these comments over
Yo, what's going on? I don't get somebody going at grade 8.
here. Yeah,
That's a good team. That's a good team out of Buffalo, man.
I don't know who going at them, but whoever it is, they letting them know.
He travels a lot. What division they talking about? First of all,
grade 8 said they running.
They 10U division.
Whatever they said. They said they had 2 numbers up there.
What number?
I think it was 9 and 10.
No, I know they 10 is a basketball team, bro. I seen they 10 in Syracuse. Them dudes played 2 games.
I don't know who's P Black.
And I ain't gonna say it because they blew out a New York team so bad. Like I couldn't say anything. I couldn't say the score. They was getting on me. I was like, nah, I'm not saying it.
You gotta say it because I don't know it. Now I'm asking, sir, what was the score?
It's your team.
Hey, it happens. You listen. You lick your wounds. You find out what you did wrong, and you come back to fight it
I
day.
wanted them to stop playing because these guys came out and they was just running all over them.
Wow,
that 10U team is something else.
Marquise is really going in. He said nobody want no smoke with his whole org.
He said 9s and 10s. I didn't see the 8.
Did not. He just wrote, "Don't nobody want no smoke with our org."
Who's that?
Marquise. I guess the guy from grade 8. Yeah.
Hey, listen. Come to the city, man. Come down to the city, man. Come down to the city, man.
They talking to me.
Come down to the city, man. We got a 10U. We got a 10U down here. Right? Come down to the city, man, and do something with the age group because I think they got something. They start because they are an independent team, and they got something with the age. You know how we do our July 31st thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, they got something with the age. So if they can come, listen. First of all, I gotta touch on this, and I touched on it a little bit before I go. I'm here too long. Listen, before we do any games in the near future, we have to figure out how the referees can have some power. Period. We can't have these games and the referee is the one that controls what goes on the field. If the referees feel that somebody's going to do something to them or they're going to feel kind of way, they're not going to exert a power. They're not going to do it. You know what I'm saying, Charles? Did you see how long the referees didn't even do anything?
Listen here, man. I'm explaining something to you about referees that I've seen. I've seen with my own eyes. The referees get the money in their hand. As soon as you do something out of pocket, they gone.
Yeah, because
but if you don't pay them yet, they stick around.
Yeah, but Charles, they're not protected. You see the guy. You see one of the coaches put his hat backwards and was going to fight the ref Saturday.
No, I've seen it, but you know what? I've also seen refs put the money in their hand and quit right after that. They quit. I'm out of here.
I mean,
I seen it all, Milk. I'm out there. I seen it all.
Those are cases, but I felt before we do anything other than outside the league, because the league refs, they don't have to worry about that. The league refs don't have to worry about them. They're gonna call the game the way they see it. They ain't worried about somebody gonna attack them or whatever. So when you do these games outside the league, you gotta have the police there. The police got to be there, or you got to hire security for the referees. You got to spend some money because What went on Saturday could have went ugly. Lucky it didn't, but it could have went ugly.
This grade 8 and Mr. P Black is really going at it over here. I'm loving grade 8 right now. You know, I'm a New York dude. I love grade 8.
That 10U team, listen, that 10U team is something. I'm telling you, that 10U team is like an NBA team. They put up those numbers. They put up numbers, and
they're a real 10U team.
That's what I'm saying. They got a problem with the ages. We got the July 31st. I think they do. If I'm not mistaken, if he's in the comment, y'all guys do something with July 1st, right? So it's a little thing with the age. But it's good to see them play some team, in New York.
I don't know, but this Coach Keys is like
I got a 10U team down here in New York. We just saw him Saturday.
He said 9U was hot and 10U was hot. He on it.
I can't vouch for the 9.
His 13U was hot too.
Huh? Yes.
13U was hot too.
13?
Yeah.
Hey, listen, man. We can.
He said his 12 was hot. He shot his whole org out.
Listen, man. I know I saw that Coach Rome and that.
Yeah, he said his cutoff date is
Coach Rome. I know I saw that 9U team last year. Now they 10. If he's coaching it, I saw that. So I vouch for that. It's a 10U team down in the city. They in Brooklyn.
Yeah, he said his coach. What's their cutoff date? That's the thing. Like, what is their cutoff date?
That's the thing. It's a cutoff date problem. That's the deal. It's a cutoff date problem. I like it, man. I like this. We should be reaching out to our upstate brothers. You know what I'm saying? Our upstate brothers in football. We should be reaching out to them and trying to. I know that it's a task getting upstate because there's a lot of traveling and things like that. But when you come into this state, when you come down to the city, you don't got to worry about nothing down here. You got real football dudes. We respect it. We ain't on that. We ain't on that. We ain't on that stuff. You ask. Funny business do happen. Last year, Coach Brown from Syracuse. What was that team? Syracuse. Oh gosh, you don't forget. He knows I'm talking about. They came down here. I watched the game. They had a pretty good 13U. So you can tell they came down here and everybody showed them love. It was good. They played at Canarsie High. And they showed them love. But the thing is that yes, if we can figure out to make it happen, I was hoping that you'll be on that national takeover schedule that the chief got.
Who?
Great Elite.
Yo, they going in, bro.
No, I'm gonna read some comments, man. They saying, I guess grade 8's #1 in the state. Somebody else said, y'all taking these rankings too serious. Then he said, come on and beat us then. Y'all change y'all name when y'all cheat.
Who's saying that?
It's a lot going in the comments, Milt. There's a lot going on in the comments.
I don't know how, Joe.
That's P Black. P Black is that. P Black is Coach Keys.
Hey, where's he from?
Who?
P Black, I'm not sure.
Listen.
Somebody else said y'all gotta research the 716, baby. Research the 716.
As far as I'm concerned, Great Elite got the resume. They got the resume. I mean, we're not calling them the best in the state. You tip their eyebrow on them. You got to look at them and say, okay, let's see what happens. Who's stepping up for the challenge? That's what he's saying. Who's stepping up for the challenge in the state and the city?
You know what happens though that I see, like a lot of these artists are like upstate teams and stuff like that. they be teams in the county. It only be one team in the whole county.
Yeah.
So all the kids go there, whereas we have 10 teams in the city and one borough. You know what I mean? So it's totally different.
Listen. Charles, we can fix that. We can fix
No, you know, you're right. But
can,
you know, I thought about it. I thought about just having one great team and that's that. But then I said, what happened to the other kids? So
it would never work. It would never work. The deal is this, because we got two teams down here, right? They always calling each other, doing something to each other, right? They always, the two prominent teams down here, organizations.
Which is true.
Right? They're always saying somebody doing something to the other, and both of them is the same.
What's the name, Phil?
It's amazing. No, their recruiting is amazing.
What's the name of the teams?
Huh? What you say? What's the question?
What's the name of the teams, Milt?
The Staten Island Hurricanes and the Brooklyn Chiefs. Their recruiting is amazing. You know what I'm saying? They know how to get kids, both of them, and they always pointing that finger at the other one because their recruiting is amazing. You know what I'm saying? And I just saw. Did you see? You see the 13U Hurricanes, right?
The 13U Hurricanes?
Hurricanes.
Yeah, I seen them.
The kids they didn't even change the helmets. I said, was it that the kid? Yeah, that's the kid. How do you get that? So it's one crying foul, and then one. They all the same. They got the amazing. Listen, they can't point fingers at each other because they do the same thing. They do the same thing when they recruit. They recruit very seriously. Sometimes it's borderline. One can't point to another. You know, they got the goons out there telling parents this and telling parents that, and that's it. So, you know, and everybody don't like them. Other than them two don't liking each other, everybody else don't like them too. And that's true. Because
I love everybody.
I talked to someone at the field, right? I ain't gonna name no name. And you know, I'm talking about what you got, blah blah blah. And yo, you ain't here? Yeah, you know, we send our kids all the way to Staten Island. I was like, you kidding me? So and so is up the block, man. What are you talking about? Nah, we don't send nobody there. So that's what it is, man. That's what it is, you know, some people upset because they do their business, and you just gotta just keep, if you got an organization, you just gotta work on the parents, because it's mostly the parents' fault, to be honest with you, because they like to be courted. They like to be courted by these coaches. You know, they like, hey, Ma, you listen, they ain't treating them right.
But I'm gonna tell you something. I'm gonna tell you something as a parent who's had his son play with different coaches.
Yeah.
Now, my son has played with the Brooklyn Chiefs.
Yeah.
And before he played like directly with them, I had my own idea of what was going on over there, and I was totally wrong. I'm gonna say I was totally wrong. Like. It's really a good place to be. I ain't gonna say that it's not. They have a lot of coaches. They have a lot of stuff going on there. It's good over there. I've also played over there with the show for a little while. That's also a good place to be. I mean, you know what I'm saying? So you know what I mean? Like, I have nothing bad to say about them either. It's also a good place to be. Now, you know, I'm BU. I'm a BU parent.
Yeah, I was about to say that.
I'm gonna be you. I don't have to promote.
You will be you for real. Because I said, remember your kid was over there. You remember I told him when you was over there with the Chief. Remember I told you? I said, yo man, somebody gonna come get that kid. Said, nah, we going back to you. I said, you gonna be missed.
But you know what I'm saying? Like,
somebody gonna miss you, bro. They coming to get you.
we went over there in the spring and we had a great time over there. We had a really, really great time. Shout out to all the coaches over there at the Chiefs.
Yeah.
They opened their arms up to my son. We had a beautiful time over there. You know what I'm saying?
But how many coaches came
They
at
have a lot of coaches, bro, and I respect that. The coach for everything over there.
How many
That's
coaches?
good. You need that, bro.
How many coaches was trying to poach you? No, let me be honest with you.
So that's been happening. My son is huge, bro. Like, it's been happening since he was a little kid. You know what I'm saying? And I respect it. I respect it, and I'm not upset with it. It's cool that people want your son to play.
Yeah, but no, you proving my point. The parents control where their kids go, and you're number one proving it. You didn't, I mean, they came at you, all shapes and sizes. They came at you all different ways, and you kept saying, "Nah, I'm be you." This is why I try to tell coaches. It ain't the coaches saying it; it's the parents listening to it and falling victim to it.
You know what happens also.
Yeah.
Parents are living through their kids, and that's what that is.
Yeah.
Parents are living through their kids and not letting their kids just live their life. I had to learn that. That's why I got off the field with my son when he was playing. I was yelling at him too much. And parents still do that. They yell at their kid too much. Get off the field and leave them alone and let them have fun.
They gotta understand, unless you know how to coach. Unless you know how to coach, you will understand what the coach is doing. When you don't know how to coach, you're not gonna understand what the coach is doing. They're not gonna understand a real coach. And I gotta say it, like, some of these coaches, they appease them. They're not allowed to coach the way they're supposed to. They appease them, and they're not going to be successful doing that. You know. Let me get out of here, Joe. Where you at?
Hold on, real quick. I gotta shout out my BU coaches, man.
Yeah, shout them out.
I have to shout out my BU coaches, man. Like, people will ask me questions like, "Why would I stay over there, man?" Because the reason is loyalty. I teach my son that. I teach him that. Right now, that's what he needs to know. Later on in life, it's gonna be about money. Right now, he ain't making no money. So you know what? You keep your bridges open, and you enjoy yourself right now.
Yeah, I mean, hey, I understand. Listen, Carlos still needs to be coached up.
He has time.
He's still going to need good coaches, man. You know, and on this level, parents got to understand. On this level, it's the competition is not the same. In high school, you're being chosen to play, so that's where the competition is. So if your kid is developed more than the other kid, that doesn't mean nothing. Nothing.
You think? Hold on. You think I put my son in tournament?
Mentally developed. You're playing on a platform that everybody is not the same. And high school is different. That's where it starts. So, this be easy, man. He got a lot of football left. Be easy. Where you want him to go, he has to be coached.
And you got to be coached.
Yeah, and the higher you get, you're going to realize the less people listens to you. Real coaches. That's real talk. Let me get out of here, man.
All right, Coach.
Way past, we started late. Next week, we'll be back on the air. I want to thank Coach. I want to thank the coaches that gave me the information, give me the tape. We're going to put it out on Facebook. Thank Charles Taylor. You remember, man, he's the biggest dad on the field. You can talk to him. Very nice guy. You'll be seeing more on the field too. I don't know where Joe went, man. Joe may have.
I'm right here. You hear me?
Yeah, I hear you now.
Yo, before we get out of here,
I'm trying to get out of here.
Before we get out of here, we did over 100 views. It's 30 people in this room. We got 10 likes. Y'all gotta like some more, man. Y'all did good when I said it before. We got 10 of them. But y'all gotta like some more, man. It's 30 people who got 10 likes. Let's get to 20 likes before we get out of here. Go ahead, Milk. Go ahead, Milk.
Yo, Charles, you there?
I'm here.
Have you ever heard from a Medusa Joe?
No, I've never heard from him.
I'm behind the scenes, baby.
Yo, we got to get back in the studio because Joe's sitting at home, man. Come on now. Joe got his yacht. He got his yacht and he got his a nice thing to puff on, and he's feeling nice tonight. Joe is talking. When Joe's next to me, Joe's quiet. You don't say nothing.
I'm comfortable, man. Like the content.
Okay. Joe say, hit that like button going out. Hit that like button. Leave a comment. Honestly, God, from the bottom of my heart, everybody got to subscribe. That's going to work us up to getting financially help to keep this going. We got a big platform, a lot of stories to talk about, and it costs to do this. It really costs to do this, and we need your help, please. But till next time, thank you for calling out. Coming out, we'll be back next week. And I'll be at the tournament Hoops by the River. Hoops by the River, we're going to have something going out, talking to the director, out there of the tournaments. And then I'm going to try to get to Canarsie if I can to catch that Tiny Mike, Sam Jackson, Tiny Mike show out. Anyway, football, come out to Canarsie this week and support Sam Jackson, the kids, and Sam Jackson, Tiny Mike's Junior Mike. Everybody come out and support it. And these are babies, these are seeds to youth football and things and like that. So thank you for coming out. We see you next week. Thanks, Charles. We talk to everybody later. Remember, man, remember to support us. If you got, even if you say hello, man, hit that subscribe button. That will help us. It don't cost any money to do that. And have a great day. We see you next week.